In today's video, I'm clearing up 3 myths about mindful eating to set the record straight. Hi there, I'm Jamie, registered dietitian nutritionist, and my goal is to liberate you from the struggles of eating well so that you can feel amazing in your body and nourish your way to a healthier you. So if you want to learn how to eat in a mindful, balanced way, click the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified every time I release a new video. If you're new to mindful eating and want to know the benefits, I have a video that explains what mindful eating is and 5 elements of mindful eating that you can use at mealtime, which I'm going to link below. So if you'd like to watch that first, you can do that. But in today's video, I'm going to shine a light on 3 common hesitations to practicing mindful eating that are actually just myths. Myth number 1. If I eat mindfully, I'll just eat unhealthy foods all of the time. So the initial fear of eating in a way that's free of diets is that you won't be able to trust yourself to eat healthy without some kind of rigid structure if you now have this permission to really eat whatever it is that you want. So you may believe that you'll just go all out and eat everything in sight, but while a part of mindful eating is eating whatever you want, mindful eating is not free-for-all eating. There's a clear distinction. So when you first start off with mindful eating, you may feel this urge to eat whatever you want initially, but it's just part of the process of giving yourself that full permission to eat the foods that you enjoy and that you desire. We start the process here because when you tell yourself you aren't allowed to eat cookies, you're actually creating an increased desire for those cookies. And I'm just using cookies as an example. It could be any food. This means if you try to avoid ice cream, you're going to crave ice cream because you know that you said ice cream was off limits. So when you begin to allow the foods that you love into your diet, you'll be able to see how this shift will change how often or infrequently you actually want to eat that off limits food. In practicing mindful eating, you'll learn how to use your inner wisdom and your outer wisdom to make food choices that feel best for your body. And you're going to find that when you approach eating in this mindful way, that you really aren't going to want to eat unhealthy foods all of the time. Myth number 2, your nutrition will suffer if you aren't rigidly watching your diet. So rigidly watching what you eat might seem like the right thing to do, but the belief that you need to be structured and disciplined with yourself if you're ever going to eat well comes from fear rather than fact. Research continuously acknowledges how restricting food and chronic dieting has some not so pleasant side effects, like slowing the rate of weight loss, provoking cravings and eating binges, decreasing your metabolism, and increasing your risk for premature death and heart disease. Whereas eating mindfully is linked to improved digestion, relief from the burden of thinking about food constantly, and improvements in your interoceptive awareness, which are those physical sensations within your body like recognition of your hunger and your fullness signals. Mindful eaters are also less likely to engage in behaviors that are linked with weight gain, like eating in the absence of hunger. With mindful eating, you'll watch what you eat, but in an intentional way that allows you to gain a better understanding of your needs for nourishment. Myth number 3, if you aren't eating mindfully, you're eating mindlessly. When you think of mindful eating as something that you're either doing or not doing, this turns mindful eating into yet another black and white way of eating that mirrors an unhelpful dieting method. What makes mindful eating so unique and effective is the in-between. It's the gray area of your eating experience. There are varying degrees of how mindful you may be at each meal. Sure, sometimes you're not as mindful at your meal, but that doesn't mean that you're eating completely mindlessly. What matters the most is that you continue to practice and learn about your eating habits and your body from each of your experiences, no matter how mindful you think you were at that meal. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button, comment below, and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. See you next time.